Ever wondered how a court decision can change the course of a high-profile case? Well, we're about to discuss one such instance. Harvey Weinstein, a name that's been in the headlines for all the wrong reasons, is back in the spotlight. A New York appeals court recently overturned his 2020 rape conviction, a move that has sent shockwaves through the legal and public sphere. This development not only marks a significant turn in Weinstein's case, but also carries potential implications for the handling of sexual assault cases in the future. Stay tuned as we delve into the details of this shocking development. Before we get into the recent events, it is important to understand the backstory. Harvey Weinstein, a once renowned movie mogul, was initially convicted and sentenced in New York for a series of sexual assault crimes. This conviction was a landmark moment, not just for the victims involved, but for the broader #MeToo movement that seeks justice for victims of sexual harassment and assault. Meanwhile, a similar case was unfolding with Bill Cosby, the famous comedian whose own sexual assault conviction was overturned by the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania. Both cases involved testimonies from prior bad acts accusers, setting a precedent that would eventually impact Weinstein's appeal. Aside from his New York sentence, Weinstein currently serves time in Los Angeles for separate charges of sexual assault. These cases have sparked intense debates about the handling of sexual assault cases, especially those involving powerful figures. With that background, we can now fully appreciate the magnitude of this recent turn of events. Now let's dive into the main event, the overturning of Weinstein's 2020 rape conviction. The New York appeals court made a decision that sent shockwaves across the globe. They overturned Weinstein's conviction, citing improper rulings by the presiding judge. One of the key points they raised was the allowance of testimonies from women who were not directly involved in the case, a move they deemed as inappropriate. This wasn't merely an overturning of a conviction, it was an order for a new trial. And with this order, the door was left wide open for a potential retrial by prosecutors. A retrial that could potentially put Weinstein back on the stand, facing his accusers once again, under the watchful eyes of justice. But this decision was met with more than just surprise. It was met with a wave of criticism and disappointment. Advocates for survivors, dissenting judges, and the survivors themselves voiced their concerns about the handling of sexual assault cases involving influential figures. This decision has opened a Pandora's box, sparking a wave of criticism and disappointment. The fallout of this decision is far-reaching. Survivors, advocates, and even dissenting judges have voiced their criticism and disappointment. The concerns are centered on the handling of sexual assault cases involving influential figures. The fear is that this could set a dangerous precedent, where victims are discouraged from coming forward, and powerful individuals are not held accountable for their actions. It reopens a painful chapter in America's reckoning with sexual misconduct, with potential implications for future cases. As we follow this case, we are reminded of the power of the justice system and its potential for both good and evil.